Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And yesterday I put up a video headed South Africa, the death trap for white people in prison. And I got an email from A. And she said, I've just finished watching your upload and I felt compelled to email you. For convenience, I wanted to send the email from my desk at work, but due to the sensitive nature of the topic, I typed it on a notepad and copied the file to my cell via a cable, so as not to leave a digital trail. In the interest of confidentiality, protecting people's identities, please don't cite my name, surname if reading my email on your YouTube uploads, but by all means relay the rest to your viewers. Well, you got it. I'll never give out any details that would expose who you are. Regarding the brutal gang rape of white South Africans, the title of your upload should read, The Death Trap for White People in South Africa, Unjust Justice System. As one does not even need to make it to prison to be dealt a death sentence at the hand of the South African police, or SAPS, white South Africans can go about their lives as law-abiding citizens, yet are victimized by SAPS purely because we are Caucasian. White South Africans are targeted, unlawfully arrested, on trumped-up charges, non-existent charges, tossed into the holding cells, where they are brutally gang-raped and infected with the terminal virus, HIV. Now, just on that point, for those people who aren't in South Africa, you can pretty well put money on it that most people in prison, when they're black, have got HIV/AIDS. It is an absolute epidemic here in South Africa. Absolute epidemic. So if a person gets sodomized in prison by a group of blacks, you've probably got AIDS. Anyway, A goes on to say, this is nothing new. It's been going on for the past 2.5 decades since the country was handed to these savages. Due to the utter shame associated with this heinous brutality, victims mostly remain silent until they wither away and die. In the event that victims may muster the courage to attempt to take action against the rapists and SAPS, they are simply told they have no right to lay a charge. I know this to be true, because this happened to an immediate family member of mine. A 40-year-old white male was unlawfully detained in SAPS holding cell after being arrested, on no charges whatsoever. He and his girlfriend were accosted by 3 black males who attempted a mugging while they were leaving a restaurant one evening at 8 p.m. en route to their vehicle. The blacks jumped his girlfriend, knocking her around whilst attempting to snatch her handbag. Needless to say, he attempted to defend himself against the attack from the 3 black robbers. When a South African police service van happened to pass by, the blacks yelled to their fellow black SAPS members, beckoning for help, claiming that the 40-year-old white man and his girlfriend attacked them whilst walking past the restaurant. My 40-year-old family member was tossed into the back of the SAPS van and locked up in the cells at the local police station until the following morning. His clothes were torn from his body. They took his shoes. He was beaten and raped repeatedly for the next 8 hours by 20 blacks, with South African police service staff cheering them on. He was left unconscious, naked on the floor of the holding cell. The following morning, all 20 of the rapists were released from the cell and nowhere to be found. When we tried to lay a charge, we were told, "But ma'am, that's impossible. He was in a cell all on his own." Yes, he was beaten, clothes torn to shreds, raped so brutally that he needed to be sewed up and sent home with ARVs to suffer in silence. One cannot begin to explain the emotional scars this 40-year-old male family member has had to bear at the hands of the South African police service. Following an unlawful arrest, whilst minding his own business upon leaving a restaurant and becoming a victim of a mugging, having to defend himself and his girlfriend from 3 black attackers on the street. Point is, Scott, this is nothing new. Whites are victimized and picked on by authorities who are black, purely because of the fact they are Caucasian. No specific law needs to be transgressed for these savages to detain us. They do it simply because they can, and because we are white and they are not. My family member's case is not the first that I have heard of. There have been numerous. In every case, the victim has outrightly refused the right to lay charges. The victim is left unconscious on the floor of the cell, while the 20 savages are released and simply disappear. Despite actual physical evidence, DNA injuries, etc., their account is simply dismissed as a fabrication. You have no idea of the utter evil of these creatures who oppress us, for going on 3 decades now. Now, I've got to say something here, and that is, and I'm talking to the fake news right now. You know, the smallest little sin or perceived sin by a person of my color, and it can be something as stupid as using the K word, okay, becomes national news. But a situation like this, where a white man is unlawfully put behind bars, and then the police are egging on these hardcore criminals who've all got AIDS to go and rape him, i.e. giving him AIDS, is just totally ignored. Where is the balance in reporting in South Africa? It is a complete and utter disgrace. The rest of the world needs to know what's happening to the oppressed white South African population. What is going on is a complete and utter disgrace. You know, it's beyond extreme persecution. It's getting very, very close to that G word. And that's why I'm appealing to all my subscribers in South Africa who are members of the minority groups, whether it's white, brown, Indian, Asian, whatever it is. Please, guys, have a plan B. Because, as this lady said, these savages are barbaric. They have no moral compass when they're in a gang, when they're in a group. They just lose it altogether. That's a reality, sadly. Alright guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video, please share this video, and above all, stay safe. Bye for now.